In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create models within AssetBook. Models can be used for comparison purposes as well as doing things like reallocation. So let's go ahead and get started on creating our first model. This is our home screen after logging into AssetBook. The first place we're going to go when creating a new model is the Administration tab, and then we're going to click on Models. Here we can see a list of all the models that we've already created within the system, and we can see what type of model each of those are. There are two types of models within AssetBook. We have investment models and class models, and we will cover each of those independently. So the first thing we're going to do when we want to create a new model is we're going to go ahead and click on the New Model button. And this will open up a new window with a blank model, and the first type of model that we are going to cover is the investment model. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name, and I'm just going to go ahead and save that. In order to build our model, we're going to go ahead and start adding investments to this model. If I know the symbol or the QSIP, I can go ahead and start adding that right away. I can only choose from investments that are already in the system. So I'm going to just go ahead and add a couple just for illustration. Here I've added the symbol VLO for Valero Energy Corporation, and I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more. The tolerance, this will come into play when running reallocation reports. If my investments are within the 5% tolerance, the system will essentially let us know that we do not need to reallocate or rebalance that particular asset. Let me just go ahead and finish rounding this out. So now I can see that I've reached my target total of 100%, and here is what my model looks like. Now that we've created our model, all we need to do is click on Save or Save and Close, and that will save our model so that we can use it in other areas of the system. Now that we've created an investment model, let's go ahead and try making a class model. So once again, under the Administration tab, under Models, I'm going to click on New Model. The first thing I want to do is change this model type to a class model, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a name. And before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And now I have a blank model with which to begin working. With the class model, we're going to be adding investment classes as opposed to actual securities. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose my first class. These classes come built into the system. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a few classes. Again, I can set my target percentage and my tolerance. I want my target percentage to add up to 100% by the time I'm done. So let me go ahead and add a few more. And now I've added a few classes, and my target total is 100%. Now that we've created our class model, we can take this a step further by adding individual investments to our different investment classes. To begin doing this, we first have to select the investment class that we wish to begin adding investments to. So to do that, we click on Select next to our investment class. I'm going to start with Balanced, and here we can see that we are working in the Balanced investment class. From this drop-down menu, I can choose different investments that are assigned to this investment class. Currently, for the balanced investment class, we only have 2 options. So I'm going to go ahead and add a target percentage to each of these. And again, I always want my target total to be 100%. Next, I'm going to move on to the equity income investment class. Here I can see I have these 3 options. I don't have to choose each investment in that investment class. I can assign 100% to one of my investments if I so choose. Finally, we have the growth in income, and we'll add a couple of these. And in another video, we will go over how to assign investments to different investment classes. So now I've added different assets to my investment classes within this model, and I can go ahead and click on Save or Save and Close at this point. Now that we've created our model and saved it, we can go ahead and close out of this screen. I usually like to click on Save and Close just to make sure I've saved all my changes. Now that we have our model, let's go ahead and attach it to some of our accounts. There's a couple ways you can go about doing this. I usually will go to the Accounts tab and click on Open next to the account that I wish to change. Under the Account Detail tab, we can attach our model by using this drop-down menu next to the Model option. Here are all the models within our system, and here are the 2 that we have created. So I'm going to go ahead and select the one I want, and then I can either click on Save or Save and Close. And now that model will be attached to that particular account.